put that thing out. Put it out. Put out the fire! I can't tell if that's outside or inside. I think it's outside, so let's go back to focusing on shooting. Oh, no, okay, no, the fire. Fire's very important right now. Oh, my God. At the moment I move it, like, seriously. How's it going, guys? Drae here, and today we're going to be checking out Airships Conquer the Skies. This is an awesome new battle-focused shipbuilding game where you go to the skies and compete with either bot or player and see who's the best shipbuilder, basically. Now, the best way I can explain this game is basically it's a 2D from the depths, and it's actually very, very complex. So like I said, you're building ships, and in Conquest mode, you're trying to take over the map, which is what we're going to be playing today. Now, there is a few different other modes, though. We have missions where you got to do specific-based missions, and multiplayer, of course, where you can design and fight against real-world opponents to see who the best shipbuilder is. Like I said, though, we're going to be doing Conquest today to check this game out. If you guys do like this, though, let me know in the comments below. Maybe we'll get some multiplayer going or something. So, new game. I'm actually really excited about the Conquest, though. This kind of plays like, you know, something like Civilization, except you get to build each unit yourself. Okay, so first of all, we have to pick a name for ourselves as well as our coat of arms. So we are going to be, you know what, let's be Drae this time. You know, we go back and forth between two things because I can't think of a good name for these things. So Drae sounds good to me. Now, the cool thing is when we edit these arms here, we actually get benefits depending on how we want to set up our coat of arm. So for example, I have an eagle right now and all cannons are twice as accurate. Cannons are a big part of this game, so I feel like that's a very good one, but you can go down this list here, and you can kind of customize your start based on your actual banner. So it's kind of like Civilization where you're picking your commander. Well, this time, you're building your banner. I'm actually going to stay with the Eagle, because we're going to focus on cannons, I think, today. It's what I'm comfortable with. It's what I've learned. So, yeah, here's our banner. It looks pretty cool anyway, so we're going to leave it like that. And now we get to actually design the map. This is totally randomly generated, by the way. Each time you play, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to start with a small and easy. Again, I'm just getting into this game, so it's a big learning curve, and if we can do it on easy, then obviously we should probably move over to medium after that. You can also choose the land type, and we can choose our monsters. I'm going to keep it on default here. Research, I'm going to keep that on normal, and starting tech, we're going to start at tier 1. But if you don't like starting with the basic stuff, you could actually just start off with the best stuff and have a really, really quick game. So we're going to hit start game here, and it's going to build the, I guess you would say the land. And now you might actually be able to understand what this game is all about. So here we are on the world right now, looking around. Let's actually just see what we got going on. So we got different civilizations here. We got some on their own islands over here, as you can see. And each of these things is one of ours. So we have our main town, which is giving us 100 income. It's got a large shipyard, and secret police are lax. I don't know what that means, but sounds like they're relaxed, so that's good. Now, each one of these little hamlets, or whatever you want to call them, is going to give us added income. So what I'm probably going to do at the start is focus on hitting up some of these things and pushing our boundaries further out. But obviously, we kind of got to go with the punches here. We'll see what the AI does, and if they attack us, we might have to deal with them first. Okay, and each one of our places has defenses as well. This should all already be pre-built, so we can see what we have to our disposal. Now, it's given us a ship already. This is our first ship. You'll kind of see the art style here. It looks like, wow, we got lots of coal on this thing. Not really sure why we have so much coal. I wouldn't say this is a good ship. Those tanks there are to put out fires. Again, I'm still learning a lot of the units, but I can understand the most of it. And we can also build structures that can defend us. So on this small hamlet here, we have a pretty cool structure here. A mixture of guns and cannons, so that's good. And this is well fortified. Was this our main city? Yes, it was. Now, the same thing happens on our little hamlets or whatever these things are called. Looks like we do have a tower right here. We can obviously add more to this, but we have money, and unfortunately, we got to focus on making some airships first so we can take other places before we focus on our own defenses. Those should be fine anyways. Those actually are pretty decent. So that's good. So let's get on to building our first airship. So we have to have a shipyard to build airships. You can see we have this one over here that it gave us for free. We could actually scrap that if we want to gain some extra money. I'm just going to hit play here and start earning a little bit of money, and we can kind of see what the enemy is doing here. They're actually not doing too much right now. Looks like everybody's probably still focused on building. Oh, that actually reminds me, before we waste too much time, let's pause it again and let's go to the research tree. Now, this can get pretty complex, as you can see, but this is how we unlock all the interesting things in this game. So, like I said, I haven't played it much, so I don't really know where we're gonna go. We have all the tier 1s unlocked, though. This is basically everything you need to build an actual airship. So now we gotta kind of strategize on where we want to go. You can go from anywhere like grappling hooks, for example, if you want to board ships, to flamethrowers. And flamethrowers actually sound pretty cool because a lot of ships do not have a way to put out fire. And that's also going to give us rockets, so you know what, let's try that. I don't know if this is the best idea, but I saw flamethrowers and I got excited, but you can get the idea. There's a lot of different things: heavy cannons, heavy turrets, steel armor, mech spiders. Yes, there is bipedal, well, not bipedal technically, but there's walkers in this game, and you can build land ships, by the way. So yeah, it's quite a bit going on right now, but we're researching, so we're not wasting time. That's good. Let's go back to building a ship. So now we have $864. That's probably enough to build, you know, something small. So we're going to go and actually design land ship. We can go to build, and you can actually download ships from the Steam Workshop, and it gives you a bunch of suggested ones in here. We actually can afford a lot of these things, but I want to build one from scratch just so you can see how it works. This one right here is actually the ship that I built when I was learning how to play. So we might actually use that one later on, but for right now, we are going to design a ship, and this is the design screen. Now, let me just show you how crazy this game is. So we have the basic blocks, which are blocks that you're going to commonly use, but we have, like, command and crew, shapes and decorations, lift. I mean, look at all the different types of lift. Propulsion. I mean, we can get to the fun stuff, though, like weapons. There's actually... We still have to unlock a lot, mind you, but even at the start, we have all these different things. We can make rammers, we can make cannons, we can make bombers, all that fun stuff. And, yeah, we're gonna get into the basics of it today because I've only learned the basics. So for right now, I think we're gonna build kind of like an actual pirate ship of the air. So basically, we're going to build a cannon ship, and that's how I want to start. So I'm gonna start, actually, let's start with the weapons. So what I think is gonna be good is having 3 cannons. Do we want to do 3? We only have $864, so it's really not that much. Let's start with 2, and then we'll decide based on that. And we're going to have 1 on the back just in case they get behind us, because these cannons obviously can't rotate. So we'll do that later, though. I want to lay out the design first. So... But beside our cannons, we're going to want to get ammo as close as possible. So if we go to resources here, we have our ammo store, and if we can put that right connected to this, then obviously they have a short walk to get ammo and reload the cannons. Now, actually, it might be smart to build a tall ship here and have cannons right over here. That way, their travel time's extremely slow. But again, I don't know how much money I'm going to have, so we're just going to start with this, and we're going to move on from there. Now, we need coal to power the lift in this thing. Now, the lift is called, well, we can do air balloons, basically, or suspendium dust tank, as it's called in this game. Now, yeah, lift is based on suspendium, and that's what this is right here. So this is going to give us lift. If we look at our service ceiling here right now, that basically means how high our ship can go, the maximum height. Now, you can make, like, really light, high-focus bombers, things like that, where they can't even be touched because they're so light and so high in the air. But the more suspendium we have, basically, the higher that is. The service ceiling is now 477 meters. As we make this thing heavier, which we will, that service ceiling will drop. Now, it also shows you everything you need over here, so if you are new to the game, it's kind of nice that it says, hey, this is what you need for the bare minimums. And we're going to focus on that list. So now we got the suspendium, we have our ammo store, we need coal for the suspendium. Now, I believe coal... does it blow up easily? Unfortunately, it burns easily, so it burns easily. We're going to put coal right here, and we'll have kind of the explosive stuff in the middle. That reminds me. Let's check out the overlays here. It shows you your pathing, so the way your workers have to move around. It can show the hit points of all your things, so you can see what's strong and what's not. It can also show where water locations are to put out fires, repair tools, ammunition, obviously, as well as where the ammunition goes. Coal, and explosion damage. This is the big one because obviously you don't want your important things around things that are basically bombs. So as you can see, the ammo storage, surprise, surprise, is extremely explosive. So we're going to keep that in the middle of the ship and reinforce it quite well. But that's the overlays. Those are really, really useful. Now, I honestly don't know if I want a fire point on this craft. That is basically water tanks that can put out fires. Obviously, fire might be an issue, but you don't want to build these things too crazy either. They're meant to be expendable, unless you build really, really big ones. That's the great thing about this game. You can build the way you want. You can either build a bunch of little guys or one mammoth of a ship. So I'm gonna go back to that. Let's go to command and crew right now. So we're gonna build a quarters. How many is suggested? The minimum crew right now is 3. It should give me a suggestion somewhere. So we're just gonna build the quarters. Yeah, we'll build it right up here for right now. We might move that later, but that gives us a crew size of 12. The recommended crew size for the current size of this ship is only 8. That being said, we do need either a bridge or a cockpit. We're going to put the cockpit right over here. I want to keep this in the middle of the ship because if the cockpit gets destroyed, you can't control the ship, obviously. So that's good. There's other cool things like sick bay. We also got a crow's nest here. Like I said, I might build like a pirate ship right now. So let's actually... Let's move on to that. Let's move on to propulsion. So there's many different ways to propel. We have propellers, we have engines for ground-based vehicles, and then, of course, we got the big old sails. Now, this is going to be a small ship, so we're going to do a single sail here, and unfortunately... Okay, so it has to be above the ship, as you can see. That's, I think, what that means. So... not a big deal. We can actually do that. We're going to put this guy here, and what we're going to do is go up to the basics, and we can build a corridor with ladder to connect this to that, and then there we go. That's all good. That looks actually really cool, too. And on top of that, what I want to do is put a crow's nest here. Where's the crow's nest? Is it not in here? It must be in command and crew, maybe? Oh, yeah, it is in there. Okay, I can't believe that worked. But can we... Yes, indeed, we can put a crow's nest on this thing, and quite literally, it kind of looks like a battleship. Now, you can add a bunch of different items to this as well. For example, if we go to shapes and decorations here, I mean, you can even get figureheads on this thing, for God's sakes, if you really want to. Mind you, my cannons are there, so it doesn't really work. But you get the idea. You can actually really design these things to look nice as well. We're not going to do that just now because we don't have the money to do it right now. So we're going to have a very basic craft. Now, we do want, then we need one more thing. We need a supply hatch. And is that in resources? Wooden supply hatch, steel cargo door. Okay, so what does the supply hatch do? A way for in and out for supplies and people. You need at least one of these. So basically, it's a way to stock your boat, I'm assuming. Or your ship, as it's called. So we're going to put that guy there like that. Let's go back. The one thing I want to make sure is pathing is good in this thing. So we do have kind of a waste of time going up to the cockpit, but the actual commander's not going to move much anyway. So if we could connect this around, I would, but there's no easy way to do that, I do not think. So that's all we technically need. That's going to cost us $549 to do. The service ceiling on this is still $229, which is very decent. Recommended crew size is actually, we're a little understocked right now. And that actually reminds me, I'm going to want to put one cannon in the back just in case. So let's actually see what happens when we do that. So we're going to flip that, put it there like so, and... what else could we put possibly up here? I guess we could do the fire point. Now, that's going to allow us to have an option to put out fires. And how much is that going to cost it, though? That's actually not too much. Mind you, the recommended crew size has drastically increased. But if you look at where our crew is, we actually can probably put another quarters in here. So, ooh, we'd have to move it over a bit, but that's actually perfect. So, oh, okay. So I still don't know how to move. I'm still learning kind of how to control everything. Bear with me here, but there we go. And then we can put a cockpit right there like that, like this. This ship needs more supply hatches, so I guess we have too big of a ship now to the point where we only have, we don't have enough supply hatches. Okay, well, that's fine. So we're going to put another one right beside the other one, and I think that's pretty good. It's actually got a good pathing layout, as you can see. There's no, like, choke points or dead ends. So I'm actually really happy with this thing. Now, we can go deeper if we want to. I don't know if I'm going to have enough just yet. What's the... oh, the service ceiling is actually quite low now, unfortunately. That's actually really low. So we'll give it a try. The one thing I'm going to be worried about is bombers going on top of me and totally destroying me. To increase that service ceiling, we just have to put another one of these suspendium chambers in. But, that's a lot of money, and, yeah, I think we're getting a little too complex right now. So let's go back to armor, and let's see what would happen, for example, if we did steel walls. Would the service ceiling drop even more? Oh, it actually went up. What? That was weird. Okay, so it actually You know what? I think we're gonna do this out of steel then. Well, if it actually... I'm so confused. The steel is lighter than the wood? Is that serious? Weight is 1. Weight is 2. I'm very confused. Is this wooden armor then? Yeah, it must be. So how much HP does it have? 35 as compared to the 27 for steel walls. Surprising that the wooden armor, although heavier, has more HP than steel walls. And then we're getting into the crazy weights if we try and go to brick or stone. So you know what? I think the wooden armor is actually the best option for me. As weird as that sounds, yeah, this has more HP than steel. So I feel really weird doing that, but I think we're gonna keep it with it. All right, it's not pretty, but it's our first ship, so we're gonna save design, see if it's any good. I'm gonna call this one the SS Snoobington. There we go, because it's probably not gonna be too good, but god damn it, we have to start somewhere. Okay, so let's actually get into the meat and potatoes of what this game is all about. So now that we built the ship, we have to go in here and click build. Now we can build as many as we want as long as we have the money to do so. We only have enough money for one right now, so we're gonna start building that, and basically it queues it up. So we'll go back to play here and keep an eye out for the enemies. Oh, looks like we got... This enemy fleet is moving to invade one of your cities. Make sure it's well defended. To strengthen it, move your fleets there or build additional defense buildings. So it looks like he's going to try and take over Vaxenford. You know what? That's fine. I should be able to take it back easily, so I'm just going to let him attack, and we are going to check out what he has coming at us. So... it should say, oh, this is it. I thought that was a piece of island, because there is floating islands, as you can see. But this is his ship, so it looks like it's actually well done. This is actually a really cool design. We got cannons in the front, it looks like, and rifles up top. So, don't think we're going to be surviving this with the little that we have over here. We got 2 cannons, basically, to shoot this thing. So, we're going to start this fight, though. This fight's going to be very boring because we don't have airships to deal with, but you can kind of see how this game works. Now, I'm going to tell them to do... should we do normal fire? Yeah. Aim fire is going to be slower. It's going to be more accurate. Hold fire, obviously, that's not a good idea. And then you have rapid fire, which is basically, let's not aim at all. And we can probably do that now because they're so close. We might actually be able to take these guys down. So, I don't think I'm going to survive this battle. That's fine, though. He can take my little town, and I can come back later. Mind you, I gotta remember, this steel is not as defensive as I thought it was. Now let's look at what else we got in here. So we have a focus for our units here. Obviously, focus is gonna be on shooting right now, so they're doing that. And then it looks like you can board ship, you can transfer crew. I just heard someone die. We can cut tethers. I don't know how we're gonna make tethers. I guess we could board... could we technically board the ship from a ground-based unit? Probably, and that's really, really cool. All right, well, we can't really do too much right now, so we're just going to speed up time and see who wins this. It's actually... might be a pretty close fight here. It looks like my shots are hitting, so the rapid fire is doing just fine. He's on fire now. Okay, he obviously has a thing to put out fire in there, unfortunately. And that's exactly what he did. And there we go. Amazingly, it's not looking too good for this guy. He's on the ground, but he's not out yet. You have to actually get down every gun. I believe so anyways, to actually take it out. So even if it's not flying, it can still shoot me, and that's exactly what it's doing. But obviously, they're having a very hard time dealing with what I'm throwing at them. And is that it? Are we good? There we go. We actually held it out. I didn't think that would happen. So starting off strong, they tried to attack me, but Drae is stronger than it seems. So there we go. Nothing happens with that, by the way. I think actually, let's go to defenses. Oh, we got another one coming in. Oh, it actually looks fine. Okay, and yes, we do have another one coming in over here. So clearly nobody likes me here. Should I try and move this over to here? It doesn't look like I'm gonna make it. So Al Akol versus Drae. What do we got this time? Oh my god, dude. That is cool looking. I have no idea what this thing is. We got cannons on the front, though, and I'm assuming those are, the dust things. So we have to take those things down. I actually don't know if this is going to be hard or easy, so it's hard to tell. Again, we're just going to let it happen because we don't have too much in terms of defenses anyways. I'm going to tell them to do... let's do aimed fire for the start here. And once they get behind... they're probably going to try and go behind us unless they're too dumb. So yeah, what they should do if they were a real person... we're going to move this over to rapid fire because they're so close. Oh, wow, God, we got a fire in here. We do have the water thing to put it out. Looks like, can we put a focus on fire? Put a focus on fire. Put the fire out, everybody. Get up there. Put it out. Come on. There we go. I don't think this is going to go well for us. Okay, so they focused on the fire. Go back to focus on shooting. Oh, Okay, well, that's a good sign. We blew it up a little bit. But what I was saying is if these guys were smart, they would go behind my my actual defenses here and hide from my guns, because they actually just took out the one gun behind me. If they would have done that, they would not be getting damaged right now, and we might win this thing just because of that stupid idea of them not moving. So let's just speed it up. Look at this. Look at this. This is why bots really do need some work. Mind you, we are playing an easy game, so it looks like easy. It definitely is a little bit easy. It's going to be close, though, man. We only have a couple guns hitting them. They have more guns hitting us than we do have hitting them. Oh, my God. It's a fire war. Did I win? Okay. They actually surrendered. I was trying to figure out what was going on because why would you surrender? Like, seriously. Look at what I was dealing with right now. But that's good for us. That means we've dealt with 2 fights, and we're okay. So now... I'm very confused. Let's go to defenses, and okay, so we can repair it. Cost me $4 to repair that, by the way. And you can also move it if you want, so I guess we'll move it there, and we are going to go back. There we go. It's totally repaired and totally good. All right, I don't have time to move around. These guys keep attacking me, so yeah, we got another one. Is this one damaged? Are you just coming to fight again? I think it's actually, yeah, it's seriously damaged, so well, it didn't go well for you last time. I don't think it's going to go well for you this time, bud. But hey, maybe it will. Okay, I shouldn't be on rapid fire. Let's be on aimed. And that's not good. Here we go again with the ground fight, though. I mean, they can technically win. They almost won the last time. Looks like we do have to repair something. I don't know how I can tell them to repair. Oh, we're out of repair tools. Okay, so that's what that means. Looks like we're still okay, though. Does it actually tell us how much ammo we have? Because that's one thing we have to worry about is our ammo stores. And it doesn't actually say anywhere. Oh, my God. I think they actually... Ah! Wait, what? Immobile and no crew quarters. We technically got the victory there because they can't move? I'm very confused because my thing is totally destroyed. I got the victory, though. I guess it's because they can't move to take it over. That would kind of make sense. What the hell? Oh, no. Somebody's attacking my main base. Well, that's not good. He clearly means business as well. I mean, look at that flame logo. I shouldn't have moved my, my ship because it was actually here. This could end badly. If I do not have this, I cannot build new ships. So... I'm praying we can hold this out. Let's hit start here, and this is going to be a fight that's very important. Of course, we're already on fire, so that's a great start. Let's focus on that fire then, boys, and put that thing out. I don't know if we're going to be able to defeat this thing. I shouldn't have moved my ship. That was a mistake that I made. All right, we're putting holes into it at least. I'm actually a little scared. He hasn't damaged me too much just yet, but if he hits the right spot... things can blow up, and that's when bad things happen. He's not falling out of the skies. That's what's bothering me. He has a lot of defenses in here. This is a really good ship, as you can see. I mean, I'm laying down the law, and it doesn't really matter. He's also got... Ah, man, he can deal with fires. That was my saving hope, was fires, man. All right, well, I'm hoping we're good here. I can't really do too much else. Okay, he's actually... Yes! Keep getting the fires. Keep getting the fires. Okay, we have a fire to deal with, too. Let's focus on that fire, boys. Put that thing out. Put it out. Put out the fire! I can't tell if that's outside or inside. I think it's outside, so let's go back to focusing on shooting. Oh, no. Okay, no, the fire. Fire's very important right now. Oh, my God. At the moment I move it. Like, seriously. Okay, there we go. Back to shooting. How's he doing? What's he doing? Is he fleeing? Are you fleeing? Oh, this guy is definitely... He's pulling all the way back. Okay, let's go back to aim fire then. And we got the victory. Okay, so... He ran out of ammo. Thank God. All right, can you guys just leave me alone for a second? God damn, is this pick on Drae day? I mean, this usually isn't this crazy, so let's pause the damn game. We got lots of money now because of how many fights we've been doing. Drae Tardia probably needs to be defended once again, so let's repair that. And we're going to move this up to here. We also probably want to start putting down some actual bases because clearly these guys don't freaking like me. Alright, so finally we actually might be able to do something. So what I'm gonna do is... Well, this guy's getting a little too close for comfort. I want to obviously push out my boundaries. Problem is, right now, I'm surrounded, so I don't have any sort of safety net. If I could move to a corner or something, I would feel a lot more safer, or at least take over the majority of this. So I'm actually going to send a spy over to this thing. This is going to cost me $100. but we're going to be able to see what's going on in there before we actually attack. Now, also, we're going to build ships because we may as well get some more of the Newbingtons. So it's going to repair first and then start building that ship. We're also going to bring my ship back to here so we can combine all my ships together. And once that ship's made, we're going to check out Kirk here and actually attack it, hopefully. Okay, spy active. Let's go and view city and see what's going on here. So, obviously, this looks pretty damn easy. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he's building planes. Okay, so can these things take off? This might be fun to try. I have no idea how good these things are. Hopefully not too good, but it'll be a good test. All right, so it should be that we have all our ships now. If we click this, yes, we have 2. We are going to invade Kirk. And hopefully nobody comes to try and invade me while I'm doing this. So here we go. Finally, I'm attacking someone and not defending myself. Wow, you can see the size of my ships are actually kind of adorable. Now, how high can we move with these things? So this is my service ceiling. And like I was saying, I can only stay low with these ships. So this thing might be very, very useful, actually. We got what I feel like way too much coal, which is a thing that can ignite fire. And we actually have, okay, we do have the water tanks, and we have 2 cannons on the top. So we're going to move these guys down low because they have to stay down low anyways. And that guy can stay up there. We're going to start, and let's get on to doing this. Now, we're going to slow this down so we can do everything all at once. I'm going to move this guy. Let's actually see what we got going on here. So, I don't really know what he does, so I'm just going to move this guy up to, like, right above this thing. And these guys, we are going to start moving. They're already shooting, as you can see. They're quite ranged base. Oh, okay, so the ship is already up. Now, I can't really flip these or anything. Well, I could, but it's not going to help anything. So let's actually just go to full speed and try and spread these out a little bit and see if we can deal with these ships coming in. I might flip one of these around. Hard to say. Oh, can we actually target the planes? It doesn't look like we're targeting the planes, unfortunately. That's not good. Okay, so let's move this up then. If we can't target the planes, what we're going to want to do is move this, and we're going to flip this over here like so, and we're going to try and actually attack it. Oh, okay, take evasive actions. Okay, so I stopped because that land was in the way. So I'm still learning that I have to actually move this ahead and then move it down. So there we go. No target available. So it looks like we have to move these guys. Let's move these guys way up. Let's get these guys all close together. Looks like actually this one I can't control. Oh, makes sense. My mast is gone. That's why it's not working. So that thing can only float right now, literally. All right, but now that I got this, we're going to do this, and then we're going to flip this so we can actually shoot this thing right from the back. So my ship, it didn't prepare for planes. I'm hoping once we take down this thing, we do not have to worry about the planes anymore. We might actually have to take down the planes. They're keeping busy with this one that's basically gone, so that's fine. There we go, and it sounds like, yes, we did take it out. So some slight annoyance with those planes. We have an immobile Newbington, but not too bad. All right, and there we go. Now we can decide to take a gentle takeover, a brutal takeover, or just pillage it. Now, I'm going to do a brutal takeover because we've already destroyed everything anyways, so we basically have to rebuild, and I think it's faster, which would make sense. So there we go. We're going to take that over. Let's bring my ships back to the main base because I'm not going to push up anymore. But what I am going to do is now move a spy over to Gomdat, which is this guy's main city. Once I take this, I believe he's totally destroyed. So he's really focusing on these planes. I don't know what this is. I think that's a glitch. Looks like an outline of my ship, possibly, that was dying. But yeah, it would just be many more of these planes. So I think all we need to focus on is defenses, because those planes really didn't bother me too much. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap up this one here. So we didn't actually get to do many, well, we didn't do any air-on-air combat. We basically defended and attacked other land-based ships, or I guess you could say buildings. But yeah, that was the gist of the game. So we're going to continue this conquest in the next one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, this is Airships Conquer the Skies. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Thanks for watching and liking, and I'll see you in the next one.